body bags, where horror lies.
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to week 24 here on Body Bags. I am your host Moodz616, and thank you once again for stopping in, guys. Alrighty, so yeah, week 24 is here, and week 24 is not a theme week, so we are free to choose anything we want to review this week. The film that I chose this week to review is one that I've recently picked up, didn't know anything about. Basically, I picked up this movie because of the cover. And it being a low-budget zombie film, which can be hit and miss at times. But this one actually sounded kind of interesting. I had actually kind of briefly read a little blip on this one a while back and forgot about it, and then came across it at in a store, so I picked it up. But anyways, guys, this one is from 2011, and it's called Bleed White. This one is directed by Jose Carlos Gomez. So getting into the plot of this one. Basically, this movie is kind of done in almost like serials in a way. The structure is kind of like Pulp Fiction. It's kind of all over the place. Basically, it follows kind of 6 people in 3 different stories that are non-linear stories that kind of come together at the end of the movie and stuff. But basically, your main characters are Matt and Ed, 2 guys that are basically kind of hitmen. They're zombie hunters, but they also kill humans, and what they're doing is they're actually killing off these humans to bring to this other couple, this older couple, which they don't exactly know. I think that they think that they're killing these humans to feed to this older couple, but what the couple is doing with these zombies or with these humans corpses is they're actually feeding it to their zombie son, to keep him alive and stuff. So that's their way of survival. And so yeah, it follows them, and then that's the second story, and then the third story is about this younger couple, basically on the road to survival and stuff during this zombie apocalypse. So basically, that's the entire kind of structure of the film. Like I said, there's no strict plot, and the structure is basically like Pulp Fiction to this movie. So yeah, my thoughts on this one. With that said, now I did read a little bit up on it, and it said that the director was influenced by Pulp Fiction and Night of the Living Dead. It says on the back here, Pulp Fiction meets Zombieland. Now, I think that quote means Zombieland not in the comical sense. Zombieland being kind of like the road horror film it is in the survival, living on the roads and stuff. This movie is actually quite serious. It's not a comedy at all. It is in the vein of Pulp Fiction. It's very much structured like that, following different characters at different, non-linear, time structures and stuff. But it's actually very, very interesting film. This movie is basically about survival and the decisions that you make to survive. It's more about the characters involved in the film and not exactly about the zombies. Obviously, the zombies are a part of the film, and their decisions are based on, the zombie apocalypse and their survival and their will to live and stuff. So it makes it very interesting. The character development in this film is actually really well done with Matt and Ed. You get to really feel their emotions and, the decisions that they're making and stuff. And, if you put yourself into this position, I think that you would, who knows what you would really do. I really like the angle of this film. I think it really does work with the different, serials and, different angles of the film. Now, the setting of the movie all takes place on the outskirts of Chicago. Now, it's done in the wintertime, so you can, and it really adds to the atmosphere and the overall feel of this film, because you can literally see the breath coming out of them. It's cold when they're filming, and that adds to the survival element of the film. In my opinion, it really does work. It's hard enough already trying to make these really tough decisions by killing real humans and, just doing what they're doing to survive. But, they also have to deal with the cold winter too. So it really does add to their characters and the struggles that they're dealing with. It's shot actually pretty fucking good. I was really quite surprised. I really like the low kind of light filters that were used on this. It really adds to the overall feel of it. It's a very kind of downer film, because all these decisions that people are making are, based on, are we going to live or are we going to die right in the moment kind of thing, right? So the added, kind of low light filters and stuff really add to the grunginess and the overall feel to the film. It has a really cool feel to the movie. So, but yeah, on the gore level, it's not overly gory. Like I said, it's more about character development and the struggles of the characters. So there is a lot of zombies. The zombies are running zombies. It's not my favorite thing in the world to watch. I thought that was quite interesting that they use running zombies in this, considering Night of the Living Dead was one of the influences for this. And we all know Night of the Living Dead has, very slow moving zombies. But overall I thought the zombies looked pretty good for a low budget film. They were done pretty well. And there is a bunch of gore at the end of the movie when everything kind of comes together and the zombies kind of, do what they do at the end. But, it's a very interesting film. At first I wasn't too sure about the structure of it. Every time... One thing I didn't mention is, when the serials or the shorts or whatever, they're all kind of named, so there's different names for the different shorts, kind of like Pulp Fiction in a way. But yeah, there's some really interesting characters and really interesting decisions made in this film that really make it kind of interesting. It runs pretty long. It's about 85 minutes long, and it doesn't really actually feel that long. At first, like I said, I wasn't grabbed by the film. But, about 20 minutes to half an hour in, I was like, yeah, this movie's actually quite interesting. I really wanted to see where it was going to go, if they were going to survive, if they were going to die, because it had that type of very kind of downer feel and mood to the film, which I really, really enjoyed. It's nothing what I was expecting. When I read it on the back, that quote that said Pulp Fiction meets Zombieland, I thought this was going to be structured like Pulp Fiction, but with comedy elements. There's absolutely no comedy to this, so don't trust the quotes on the back. But yeah, it's a really well-developed film in my opinion. I think some people might not enjoy this because it is a little slower and it is more based on characters and stuff. And just it's all about decision making. Really, that's really what it comes down to. And I really did enjoy this movie. If I had to rate it, I'd probably give it, a solid 7 out of 10. It's just a low budget film. I don't think you have to be the hugest lover of low budget to respect this film. You might have to be a really high respect, to fully enjoy it, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I don't know really what else to say about this one. Bleed White, like I said, the setting created a really cool atmosphere. I really did respect what they did with the winter setting. I thought that was really cool. So, but yeah, and some of the other sets in here use some of the thing. I think it's like a barn and an old motel and stuff like that. Very cool settings. I thought it was very well done. I'd like to know what actually the budget was for this movie, but yeah, I think I'm just kind of rambling on. I think that's everything I wanted to cover. So, yeah, not your typical zombie film. Definitely not structured like a typical zombie film. So, these are the type of movies, the type of zombie films that I really do respect. Because, the zombie genre is very it's kind of played out a little bit. It's kind of oversaturated, in my opinion. But, every once in a while you get a fucking movie like this that really kind of does stick out. So, this one might not be for everybody, but I do recommend it. And if you watch it and you don't like it, well, sorry guys, but I enjoyed it. So yeah, 7 out of 10, Bleed White. Definitely check it out. This one did win a bunch of awards and stuff, and I can totally see why they did put some really awesome effort into this. So anyways, guys, that's probably long enough for this review. I think it's gone on way too long. So I had a lot to say about this one, so try to fit it into, under 10 minutes kind of thing. But anyways, guys, Bleed White, check that out. It's going to do it for week 24 here on Body Bags. Coming up tomorrow will be the start of Trauma Week. So for all you fucking trauma lovers out there like I am, hope you enjoy next week's reviews. I have no idea what I'm going to review, but anyways, guys, peace out.